All right, we are going to go over an overview of Google Drive. To access Google Drive, you can access it through any google.com page. Up here is the launch pad, and you select Google Drive. Google Drive is organized with the left-hand side being your menu. You can look at your items in a thumbnail view like this, or you can look at it in a list view. The list view is going to give you a little bit more information, including the file size, the last time it was modified, and who owns it. On the top here, you have your new button. This is to create anything new. It also allows you to upload files and upload folders into your Google Drive that are not created in Google first. You can also look at your shared with me. Shared with me are items that you don't own, you didn't create or upload. Somebody else has given you rights to it, to read it, to edit it, or to comment on it. If you select something from your shared with me, you can add it to your drive. However, it will show up in both views. If you delete something from your shared with me, you will also delete it from your drive, so be very careful. You cannot organize your shared with me as you can organize your drive. In your drive, you can see I have all these folders, and I also have loose items. These loose items can be organized or starred, so if I select one of these loose items, I can then go up to these three dots, and I can move them to a different folder, or I can add a star. A star is like your favorites or very important documents. Google Photos. Google Photos should show you staying tuned unless you've set up a mobile device to sync your images from that mobile device to your Google Drive. Please be careful when doing this, as it's not a one item at a time selection. It's an all or none. This can only be done from the mobile device. Recent is exactly what it means. It's just recent items you've opened or recent items that somebody else who shared with you has just added to your list. You can see that I have a few starred items. To star an item, you just click on it once, you hit your three dots, and you add a star or remove a star. I typically do this when I'm doing a presentation. I will star all the objects that I want to use for that presentation, and then I'll unstar them. If you star everything, that becomes an issue. Trash is exactly that. These are items I've put in my trash. Your trash does not automatically empty. Therefore, if you place something in your trash, you can quickly restore it without any concerns or worries or needing to call your tech people. To restore something, you would just click on it once. And you should have the option to restore. Of course, I don't when I'm doing this in front of you. Below here is how much memory I'm using or how much storage I'm using. Google Apps for Education is completely unlimited, so this number doesn't really matter to me. This just tells me that I have 4 gigabytes of non-Google items. Everything that's created in Google does not take up space. This is huge, and many people are very excited about this. I'm going to return back up to my drive, and we're going to talk a little bit about organization. We've already talked about looking at it in grid view or list view, but list view can also be very useful at times so that I can tell who's given me the item or where it's come from. So down here you can see I have some items such as this one here that was created by my partner, and she shared it with me on September 25th, 2015. I can sort my drive by name, last modified by me, and last opened by me. I cannot sort my drive in different ways, so if you wanted to have your files in a different way, the trick is to add a number or to change the title of the document to reflect the letter A or whatever you're looking for. This little icon here is going to give you details. It can give you details about your entire drive, or it can give you details about a folder or an individual file. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a folder, my clock hour folder. Just going to click on it once, and then I'm going to select the details, and it tells me when was the last time things were done and who did it. As you can see, it's mostly myself here. This is our settings icon. In my settings, I can look at my storage. I can automatically select all future uploads to convert to Google. This is helpful when transitioning from Microsoft to Google. However, be aware that any files that have highly formatted text boxes may be unformatted correctly, so you may want to check on that. This button here is going to sync all of my files offline. This only works for the device that you're selected on, so please be careful of that. Notifications. This lets me set up notifications for shared files in my Google Drive. And managed apps. When I install an app, I'm not married to it. I can uninstall it. I can also set it up as a default. And this is where I would do that. This is only some of the apps. These are the apps that work within Google Drive. We'll talk about the other apps later. Inside Google Drive, we also have this great feature called Search My Drive. This is super helpful for those of us that are a little OCD with our organization, but can't always find it after a while. I can simply search a term, so I can search the word drive, and all files that have the word drive in it will show up. That's going to be a long list for me, so we're going to see what comes up. Or I can be more specific by selecting this option. And I'm going to say I want only presentations, and maybe I want only ones that I have made that has the word drive anywhere inside of it, not the file name, but the word drive. And now I'm going to select search, and all of the presentations show up. I can also search by somebody's email address. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my partner, and everything that she has sent to me from that email address will come to the top. This is just a quick overview of Google Drive 2016. Thank you so much.